Okay, this is probably part one of at least a two-part video going over the practice quiz that we took, that some of us gave in class and went over. And this is for students who want to recover their actual quiz that was given on Friday. So I'm just going to go through these, how to set them up and how to do them, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so y, I'm on this one. Y minus x plus y. So we're substituting and solving or evaluating the expression. So it's 3 minus 2 plus 3. All I did was take the values that the problem told me of x, that x and y were going to be, and inserted them between the given operation signs. There's no multiplication or division, so I just go from left to right. 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 3 is 4. And that is the answer to that problem. All right, number 2, I'm going to substitute in. It says x, which is 4, minus y, which is 3, minus y, which is still 3. With it in PEMDAS, we do parentheses first. So 3 minus 3 is 0. So 4 minus 0 is still 4. If memory serves, a lot of these answers end up being 4, it seems like. Okay, number 3. It tells us x is 6. Then I put what it's already got there, divided by 6, plus whatever y is, which is 3. 6 divided by 6 is 1, plus 3 is 4. Another 4. Let's do question 4. This one's a little more complicated. M is 5. So 5 times 5. Then we use the operation sign that's there. Q is 1. So M times M plus Q. M times M plus Q. Now, some of you might be thinking to do the distributive property, but in reality, PEMDAS is the better answer here, where we do the parentheses first. So we're going to do the parentheses first. 6 plus 1, 5 plus 1 is 6, times 5 is 30. Okay? All right, let's see. I'm going to pull that picture back up, move it around. All right, so we're going to do number 6. The sum of 10 and Q. Sum means addition, so 10 plus Q, and because of the commutative property, it could also be Q plus 10. Whenever you're multiplying or adding, the commutative property means they can be in any order. When you're subtracting or dividing, the order is very important. All right, 2 cubed, this means 2 times 2 times 2, 2 3 times, 2 times 2 times 2. It equals 8, but the way we write it is 2 with a little 3 up there. So 3 times, you multiply 2, 2 to the third power. I don't think we had anything like that on the actual quiz. Okay, 7, 18 decreased by 5. So again, it's very important because it's subtraction that the numbers stay in the same order, unless you see the words less than. Less than means you're going to flip-flop those numbers. And we also kind of discovered in class that the preposition into will cause you to flip numbers in a division problem, so just watch out for that. Okay, the quotient of W and 3. So you could write that a couple different ways. Every fraction is a division problem, so it could be like that, or the more traditional format like that. X decreased by 22. Again, it's very important that unless you see that in a subtraction problem, everything stays in the same order. All right, now, this next bunch, there were a lot of different ways that you could have done this. So I'll just write 1. N decreased by 22. The sum of N and 8. 19 decreased by 14. I'm not going to write it out, but another way you could do that is the difference of 19 and 14. The product of 8, if you want to write out the word 8, and N. And this one is another difference one. The difference, sorry, it's really sloppy writing, of X and 7. So that's all the different ways you could have done. Well, not all the different ways, but a lot of the different ways you could have done those. And I think most of the teachers are being pretty generous about grading those. All right, I think I am actually missing one of these questions at the bottom. No, I'm not. I got all of them. Okay, so let's do this. All right. Now, in this one, you're probably going to do this one, and this one. You got to do distributive property first, and then you're going to do something called combining like terms, which is also simplifying the expression. It all kind of goes together. So, distributive property. Negative 2n times a positive n is negative 2n squared. Then you don't have any like this on your actual quiz, but that's good to know, especially for the AIG and advanced math classes. Negative 2n times a positive 9 is negative 18n, and then you got that plus 7n hanging out there. Now, the way I explain it in my math classes is not very mathematical, but it's the way I like to think about it is they're kind of like families with the same last name. So you got to keep all the families together. So we have one term, oops, come on, two terms, three terms. This term right here, n squared, has to be by itself because there are no other n squared terms. So it's going to be negative 2n squared. Then this negative 18n and the positive 7n are in the same family. So if I put negative 18 and positive 7 together, I get negative 11n. And that would be the answer to that because we don't know what n equals. I'm going to stop this here and put the last 5 of these on a separate video.